Good evening, everyone. My name is Ruth with the Violet Flame Global Shift, and today I'm going to be sharing a vision that I saw with Archangel Gabriel, excuse me. And when in this vision of Archangel Gabriel, I actually saw a vision of this angel showing me different spots on earth that were charged with energy and they were becoming portals. And it was almost a warning, a caution, but also an awareness to the light worker that something is happening on earth that is very, very unique. So I'm going to share that here in a minute. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. If you're interested in following me, go ahead to my website, violetflame.net, and you can follow me on my membership or sign up to my newsletter. Calamity Jane says, sending prayers to Charlie Kirk's family. His passing away through the A attempt today at UVU is heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. Yes, we send prayers to Charlie Kirk and his family. It is definitely charging the atmosphere on a global scale right now. So I'm really trying to stay focused so I can carry this message. But join with me for a moment where we all come together and we send his family love and his soul peace. And then Richard says, good evening. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go. So Archangel Gabriel is an angel of message and an angel of communication, also an angel of travel. And it's definitely an energy that can be both masculine and feminine. It can appear to people different ways, hence why the name Gabriel can be masculine name or a feminine name. Let me read the email that I wrote because that's exactly how it was in my mind as I saw the vision. So one of the things that I saw was it was it was kind of funny here. 2 days ago, Archangel Gabriel showed me a vision where portals on earth were opening. They were only of the highest vibrational frequency, and they were only open to, it was those of high vibration or those that were worthy of that vibration, those that were worthy to pass through. I did not see who was coming through though, so we're going to ask that here. This is what I saw. Specific locations on Earth are ramping up with a strong energetic field of interdimensional energy. These are spaces that are getting charged with electromagnetic activity. And I sensed that interdimensional beings, including angels, but other beings as well, were using these portals to visit Earth. I also felt a message coming through that it is getting easier for us humans to actually create portals in our own home. And I'm going to be asking Spirit to show what is a portal and give you my definition of it. But basically what it was showing me is Spirit was saying the energy on Earth is ramping up and we're being visited. But we're not just being visited in spacecraft or in our sleep, but we're also being visited by areas on Earth that are getting charged with energy so that other frequencies are bleeding through. Now, in meditation earlier today, I did ask Gabriel for further clarity. And I heard this message. Good evening, Marie. Good evening. Good evening. I heard this message. People see different frequencies with the portals that they create. So some people are more tuned to see the ancestor realm, and that's our immediate realm right beyond the veil. They can see ghosts, they can see people passed over. It's easy for them to connect to their lost loved one. So they're tuned to that frequency a little bit more. Some of their guides are coming in from that ancestral realm. There's also the angel realm, the galactic realm, which would be the solar system planetary realms. Those would be more like Arcturian and things. And well, they would be more the beings that appear differently. It would possibly even be more in the spaceship or the spacecraft coming in from other planets. The angelic realm, the archangel realm, the fairy realm, the gnome realm. Those are the ones that came through, but I'm sure there's different realms as well. There's also, I'm feeling like the tree and the plants and the ancient Akashic records realm. Some people will have access to that. And I heard your energy sets what you will see or what you desire to see. And that's why it was so important for us to clear our energy fields and to tune in, to ground into the earth, because we tune to the other side. And it's almost like I saw these portals of energy that we can create it, but we're going to create it according to our own energy field to be able to see the other realm, whether it's the fairy realm or whether it's the angel realm. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself because there's other things I want to share. But yeah, that was definitely coming through here. Okay, so there's more. I had a dream last night, and it was about portals. And I'm going to play it to you because at 5:15, interesting that it was exactly that time, 5:15, I woke up. My cat was actually wanting to eat. He's not supposed to get up at 6:30, but he's disturbing my sleep. And when my sleep is slightly disturbed, I remember my dreams. And I feel he is a messenger angel for me. He's like a messenger to keep me in that semi-conscious state at specific times because spirit wants to get me a message. It's the only time I remember my dream is when my cat is beside my head and he's usually kneading my hair and purring so loud that I'm going in and out of consciousness. And that's when I remember my dream. So this is me walking through my house half dazed at 5:15 in the morning, getting him his food, so it's a little bit noisy. You can hear me flip the lid. And I am talking and sharing my dream because I knew I would not remember it. Okay? So here's my dream. Let's see if you can hear it.
I had another dream where I was going to a former client's house, a former DoorDash person's house. I met their dogs. They came outside to see me, and I was saying to them how I wanted to let them know that everything was going to be okay. But then the dream changed that I was talking to a spiritual person about portals. And I was telling them that the energy around their house was slightly changing because it was becoming more powerful and that everything was okay, but that they just had to be aware that the energy was increasing. It was becoming more powerful.
Okay, and that's the end. I hope you could hear that. But basically, in the dream, I was going to a DoorDash person's house who I had already delivered to, and I was going to go like give them a message, all right? And they have two dogs, and hi, how are you? They knew me, and then suddenly the dream changes where I'm talking to a spiritual person, and I'm saying the energy around your house is changing. And I didn't feel in the dream as if it was a warning, but it was a message of awareness. And I believe the last part of that said to be aware that the energy in our house can be easily made into a portal. And that was all my dream. And then I woke up and my cat, I finally said, okay, I'll go feed my cat. So that's all that noise. I was lifting the lid and everything. So Spirit gave me 2 messages about portals. 3 actually, and that was number 1, portals are opening on specific geographical locations. And I'm going to ask here, is this ley lines? And then the second message was your energy tunes you to what you will see or what you desire to see or your intention of what you will see. And third, the energy around our house can be easily made into portals. So I'm definitely going to be explaining, asking Spirit about that today. Good evening, Shauna. Yes, we got so many people in the house today. Yes, and to remind everyone, we did give a moment of prayers for Charlie Kirk and his family in the U.S. today. There's some political upheaval, and so we want to send peace and love. He passed away from an attempt. I don't want to say it on YouTube. I'm trying to heal my channel. All right, everyone. So before I ask questions, let's go ahead and heal my channel. I'm going to bring up my sage and my little prayer, and let's get started with the spirit questions. All beings, thought forms, entities, technologies, and artificial intelligences that do not have our highest good or the highest good of all life on earth and that are not in service to the one true source of all creation, the great I am, and the technology they use, such as nanodust, smart dust, black goo, tracers, trackers, implants, blockers, algorithms, operating systems, and all else, not for the highest good of humanity. We command you to leave this platform, to leave this live stream, this channel, our electronic devices, our bodies, minds, and energy fields, once and for all. Go to the abyss and never torment Earth again. Your contracts are null and void, and all empty space left by these dark forces are now filled with the light of the Christ energy of light, the power of Holy Spirit, and the divine love of all that is holy and good. We invite truth and clarity into the space with healing and liberty for all. It is so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get started. So I am doing a question first and asking the Spirit to show us. Please reveal more of Archangel Gabriel's message, or what he's trying to tell us about portals and the energy of Earth. In the first dream, it was definitely geographical locations, but in the consecutive messages, it was energies around our homes. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm going to pull in some light language, just as I set the tone for the cards. Kyokorandarika, Shariandarika, Shariandarika, Sharanda. And I feel a prayer coming in saying, I just bless you all that throughout this eclipse season, you are protected, you are safe, and you are grounded and loved. Don't know why that's coming through, but there is a lot going on in this eclipse season. Eclipse means something on the world stage might be eliminated, and that's definitely what happened here, at least in the US. Something's eclipsed. Okay, Spirit, what are you telling us about portals? What are you telling us about portals? There's just a lot of messages coming in. Spirit's just asking to put a protection round about everybody. And peace on earth for any kind of upheaval there. What do you want to tell us about the portals here? We're having High Priestess energy coming in, King of Cups coming in. So this is definitely psychic abilities or psychic contact through consciousness. Okay, the cups represent consciousness here, higher consciousness or any consciousness. The High Priestess is coming in the past location, saying this is psychic or interdimensional contact. Your abilities to interact as well is coming in. Your spiritual gifts, your ability to interact with these realms is awakening. We have here a desire and the portal card. This Two of Wands can represent portals to me, an entrance, a beginning. I just see the two wands on either side, and then the earth. It sort of represents accessing earth through a doorway to me. So it doesn't surprise me that this comes up. And this is also a desire or a wish fulfillment. So this ability to contact people psychically and spiritually from higher consciousness to earth has been a desire for this earth realm for a long time. This has been a desire that they have wanted to be able to safely open up connections and passageways, seeing like the rainbow, I'm seeing archways. Okay. Then I also see here help. This is the card of mentorship. So this is why they've wanted to open up the passageway, the future concerns and the future assistance. These portals are being opened up to provide assistance. This is what I want clarity on. What kind of, keep hearing the word mentorship, but then assistance. And this is also financial and resource related, but I want clarity on that. Definitely mentorship coming in. The mentorship of your guides, the angels, guardian angels, communication. Now I'm seeing people passing to and fro through this. And I'm actually seeing some interdimensional beings are coming through, collecting something and bringing it back out. So Spirit, what can you tell us about this assistance, mentorship, or resources that you're trying to engage with us? Okay, the Moon card. So this is definitely going through a subconscious type of emotional awareness, energy, an influx and outflux of energy. So this is, I'm hearing the words energy source. What are you doing? And here's the card of regret, pain, and fear. I believe that these energies are coming in to clear some subconscious baggage in the souls of humanity. The baggage, the corruption, it's almost like I see them with these cups. They come up and they fill their cup with our emotional ick, and then they carry it through the portal into the light to transmute it. And it's almost like there's a procession. I'm hearing the words Jacob's ladder. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of when Jacob, the patriarch in the Bible, had a dream, and in the dream there were angels going up and down out of heaven. That would be portal activity. Angels coming up and down, or beings coming up and down. There was a ladder going up to heaven, and that was his consciousness saying to him, there's a portal open to heaven. But it, just like in that dream, I'm seeing the back and forth. They're moving back and forth. And so the first message coming in is Spirit says they're coming to take things out of our realm energetically. Energetic ick. They're filling their cups with our dirty water, quote unquote, and bringing it into the other side. Traveling. They're carrying it away. Where? Okay. What are they doing with this? And I'm hearing that's just one part of the story. Korika sharyanda rika sharyanda. What's the other part? Yeah, the Fool. This would be the portal card, the beginning. This would be protected resources and the ending of a cycle. And it's interesting that it's being carried. These wands are being carried by this angel to and fro. And this is resources and safety. Collection of resources and safety. Further clarity on this. What are they bringing in? Justice, warrior justice, spiritual warriors, and surrender. Oh my goodness. Okay, some of the Galactics and Angelics coming through that are more powerful are actually collecting not just negative energies, but negative entities. They're captured, okay? And these are major portals that they are carrying away. And this can represent heavy energy. So there's been a big surrender. There's been a spiritually won battle that has been won. And they're actually using these energetic locations to move things out of our earth realm and to move things in. They're moving out those things in our earth realm that caused fear, pain, and negativity. The sources of our traumas and our troubles, even the sources of the dark elite manipulation. I'm not going to go into the details, but the CABAL type activity, the darker entities that have been ruling the earth realm. I'm going to quote that Bible verse that says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So they have literally captured and had surrenders, okay? Surrenders. And this could even be, for those of you who are super woo-woo, that T word where they're bringing them off world to try, view and then null, okay? Things like this. This is very off-worldish. So if that doesn't resonate with you, just know we are receiving divine assistance to take out the darkness that has been controlling our planet for a long time. And that's why Archangel Gabriel showed me geographical locations of charged energy. It's to make it so that the entities can slip through fast, but they're in chains at this time. Maybe the portals are not ground-based, but universally available to all through the sky. I agree. I did get that reference when I heard the words your energy will set what you will see. Your energy will determine what we see. So if we want to see the fairy realm, we can access that. And if we want to connect to our ancestors, we can access that. I know that some of this depends upon our past lives and what we have been as souls in the past. And I know like I resonate with the archangels. I feel like I know them. But there are many other people that resonate with galactics. Okay. And you feel like you know them. People feel like they know the fairies, like they know them. They talk with them in their gardens. Some of them, my dear friend, sees the other side, like people come up to her in funerals and say, help me, nobody can see me. And she goes to her husband and she says, who's that? And he's like, who's who? This is sitting over there. And then my friend realizes she's dead and she doesn't know it. And then the woman sees my friend and it's like, you see me? Can you help me? And my friend has to leave the funeral because the person is literally right beyond the veil and doesn't know that they're dead. And my friend did not know how to communicate and pass people over. So there are people that are tuned to that frequency. I was in her house the other day and she goes down the hallway to use the restroom. She comes running out. She's like, did you just run past my door? You just walk past? And she was talking to her husband. You just walked past my door. Did the dog walk past? And it's like, no, somebody ran past my door, she said, and pushed the door to the bathroom open. And we were all sitting in the living room like, no, nobody. So that paranormal activity is a realm beyond the veil that some people tune to. The fairies and the gnomes are a realm that some people tune to. So if that's you, you are not crazy. You are seeing a real realm. I was hoping they would take the bad actors away, hopefully by the thousands. Listen, I'm hoping that either they're taking away something that's been controlling and pulling the shots for these people. I'm definitely moving negative energy out of our earth realm. All right, let's go to the next question. Okay, I already asked who is passing through, but I want Archangel Gabriel to answer that. Okay, we know who can pass through, but in this dream, the portal dream I had this morning, and in the vision I saw, who was Gabriel pointing to that's passing through? Can you give us a glimpse? Humans, angels, galactics, fairies, humanoids, Venusians, the ascended masters. Is this connected to Three Eye Atlas, which we're going to pull on Sunday? We're going to pull on the great comet coming in and look at the updated light codes in our light bodies. Spirit, who's coming through these portals? Who is supercharging them? Okay. We have elemental activity. Okay, let me just show you. So this is a lower grade, like of a frequency, of a different frequency that's not as powerful and strong. So it's not Zeus energy. This is not goddess energy. This is not even archangel. This is almost human level. And then we have the King of Swords here, which represents air. And I just saw elementals and fairies. Okay. They are supercharging the areas through which to create the portals. Okay, the elementals and the fairies are the ones that are charging the electrons to open up to other realms. Energy, okay, past energy. Something was let go. I believe many of these elementals had been captured, had been blocked, locked up, or just shut down, like capped. So if there was a ley line or a place of normal activity like Stonehenge or the Celtic stone circles or the ancient star forts of Eastern US or the lands of the UK, it was almost like they were capped and not able to operate accurately. And I'm thinking of the Outlander right here, how she went into that TV show. She went into Stonehenge and the wind came and blew. And when she woke up, she was in another time period and time traveling. Well, that is elemental activity that is charging it, according to this read. Well, they had been capped, and that's why we have not had much activity there. We've only had stories. Well, they've been loosed, okay? Whatever was blocking them has been surrendered. It's the end of a cycle. They've been loosed. Queen of Wands. They are being overseen by a divine feminine energy on the earth, especially in key locations. If the divine feminine was able to arise, they're being overseen and helped and guided, the elementals are, to actually charge these locations. This could be divine feminine energy awakening within the ley lines. Can I have more clarity, please? Yeah, look at this. This is definitely giving me the energy of ley line activity. Look how he's got the lines. He's holding the reins of the two horses or their sphinxes here. He's not actually holding the reins, but that's what it's giving me the impression of. It's also the turn of the timeline shift we have been going through, where Mother Earth has been awakening. Okay, so that still is not telling me who is passing through. Okay, we know what's supercharging them. Definitely the little beings of Earth. But who? Thank you. We got several cards that fell out. We have the Lover's card, which represents political partnerships. But in this case, it's not political. It's galactic or angelic. It's those who have agreed to work with the spirits attached to the earth. So this is not necessarily foreign to Earth. They're the higher realms of Earth, but they're in contact with different groups of people or different beings. So they have permission to be here. Not all of them are allowed to come through at one time. And they're only allowed to come through. This is so weird. They're only allowed to come through. Certain beings are only allowed to come through to collect those that have been captured. To either collect those that have been locked on the earth realm and they need to go back home, or those that have injuries from darker entities and they've been legally chasing. I hope I'm making sense here. Okay, let me start over again. Number one, the angelic realm, I believe archangels, have opened this up to other worlds to come in and get the souls that need to be rescued that belong there. Okay, so some of the people passing away might actually belong in the realm of like the Venusians, or belong in the realm of the Arcturians, or belong with the angels. Okay, and so these beings are allowed to come through and bring these trapped star seeds back home with them. But the other thing that's opening in these portals is that there's still some interdimensional wars, spiritual wars that have happened over the past eons of time. And the dark entities came to Earth to hide because a price was put on their head for their interdimensional crimes. This is language I have never even heard. An interdimensional crime that was committed in a galactic war, Orion war, or even just spiritual warfare in the heavens. And so those dark entities hid on Earth and they entrenched themselves into dark, tunnel-like, creepy-like, and I'm seeing like underneath the streets of Jerusalem. I'm seeing underneath the Netherlands. And so my head's really starting to hurt here. Underneath Canada, I'm seeing like darkness that settled on the earth, and they were interdimensional spirits that were dark, and they hid in the earth realm. And then they supercharged the atmosphere of Earth to keep these portals out so that this angelic army and these galactic armies could not come through and capture them for their interdimensional crimes. Okay. So right now it's a major cleanup going on Earth. And Mother Earth has allowed the fairies and the elementals, the air sprites, the little gnomes, those water sprites, that they're just the energies of Earth that create Earth. They're the little architects of Earth that surround the whispers of the wind. Has Mother Earth is allowing these elementals to like supercharge certain locations because the angels, those in charge of the Earth realm, have given permission for, I'm hearing the words, interracial galactics to come through and finally capture them for their war crimes. Okay. I did not expect this. I was thinking maybe we are going to be able to travel to other places, but this is a very interesting opportunity of Earth to get cleaned up. Okay, are the portals connected to Earth's ley lines or fault lines? Let's ask Spirit there. We're going to change decks. Earth's ley lines or fault lines? And I'm just going to ask the question with intention in light language. Kiandara kashi kiandari kasharyandari kasharyanda. Earth's ley lines and fault lines? No. Okay, yes. Some of them, yes. That would be Four of Wands. Especially in the past, these were the only areas, the fault lines and the ley lines were the only areas that they could pass through. But there's something else coming up here. Okay, so I do believe along Earth's ley lines, but it was something that was trapped. Okay? And this trapping was a guarding of energetic sites, energetic land masses. This would be the sacred sites. So I'm seeing like the stone sites, wells. Wells were big. Wells are big because they harbor the energy which attracts consciousness. Wells, stones, yeah, some massive trees, but a lot of the trees were cut down. But wells and stones, wherever they created a sacred site, they just needed to set an intention. From thousands of years ago, they would set an intention, and that intention was so strong that the spirit beings could create portals. Now, these are those that were trapped here. They were trapped. They were guarded. They were capped. Their energy was stopped from coming here. So it is connected to key ley lines, but it's more connected to the stones and the wells. Anything created with intention on Earth. What else can you tell us about this? Yeah. There's a lot of places where the angelic realm, the star people, want to come through. And they come through with anything created with intention, emotion, or water. Intention, emotion, and water. Okay. So these are the ones that are activating. And I'm really being drawn to water right now. Using water as a point of contact, using any elemental. Water, fire, wind. Is interesting too. Essential oil. When I was living in my other house, I had this essential oil that I would run at night. It was a diffuser. And I kid you not, I would see stuff go across my ceiling. And I would wake up and I would wondering why my sleep is so disturbed. At that time, I had a lot of people gossiping about me in the church that I came from. So I was very troubled. And sometimes when I had this diffuser on, I didn't realize it, but I would wake up and I would see shadows. And I really think some of the negative intentions coming from the gossip was traveling in on the water and the diffuser that was going. And I shut off my diffuser. I didn't know anything about protection. I didn't know anything about setting a bubble round about me. I did pray, but I felt like my sleep was being disturbed. And I did shut off the diffuser and it went away. So there's something about elementals that can carry consciousness and intention. So working with water, diffusers, candles. Yeah, like I love to light a candle and I just say I invite the presence of the archangels and divine Christ to assist me, and it changes the atmosphere in my room. You can also do intention setting by saying, whatever intention, we send peace to Charlie Kirk's family, and then you can blow out the candle, and that's working with the elemental. Sage as well, smoke, anything with smoke, anything that's semi-living, water, things like that. Incognito says, I think I saw a water nymph once long ago. You did see a water nymph long ago. I firmly believe that. Hello, Justin. Hello. All right, everyone. This is getting good. Okay, this is getting good. If you're enjoying this or watching the replay, please give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. It helps people on the channel. I want to do a freebie right now, okay? I'm just going to do this before we continue. I'm going to be offering a freebie. Now, this is for those who are on the replay. So once you watch this and the stream ends, go ahead and leave a comment, okay? I'm going to do this for the next 2 days. It is the 10th today. So in the next 2 days, I'm going to choose one person who comments on my replay video. So, and you can send any comment that you want. And out of all the comments, I'm going to choose one person who is going to win this free webinar with me at the end of the month. Now, those of you who are a member, please still leave me a comment on the replay because I'm trying to reactivate my YouTube channel. But for those of you who are not a member, but you would like to attend my emotional healing webinar with the power of light language in Christ, we're going to create space in our bodies, especially our root chakra and energy center, to bring in abundance, just to make space. We're going to do some energetic clearing with light language and a technique by Gay Hendrick. So go ahead and send me a comment on the replay, and one of you is going to get free access to my YouTube channel. I will message you with my email, and you can send me an email and I'll send you the details. All right, everyone. And those of you who just want to support me and come, I think it's $33. So come ahead. Everything's in the description box below, or you can comment in the replay and I will give you a free link there. All right, let's continue. I want to ask this of Spirit while we're on the topic of portals. Yesterday was the 9/9 portal, according to the spiritual community. And you know how, the month and the day makes a portal. So you get YouTubers saying, watch my video, it's the 9/9 portal, 8/8 portal. And I've heard some people say, that's great. It's all based on your intention. And other people say there's nothing magical about 9/9. The stars are not aligning. In fact, it might even be the end of the full moon. So I want to ask Spirit, what is the significance of portals? 9/9 portals, 8/8 portal, 10/10 portal. Is there a portal created from specific dates or days of the year? Tell us about the portals of the month and the day or special days of the year. Thank you. 9 of Wands and a conflict card upside down. Okay, that's good. A victory card for the past. Victory. A portal card in the middle, 4 of Wands. And I always see this because look at the stones. The wands of fire, the circle of stones, the birds are rising, the fire in the middle. That is a classic portal created from stones and fire and energy. Okay, it also represents home, community, and family. But the 4 of Wands here, if we're talking about portals, means an energetic manifestation to the other side. So a portal in the center. Protection energy on one side and conflict energy, mental conflict energy upside down. What are you telling me? and protection energy, guarding and being protected and careful. A portal is created on these days. There's no doubt about it. You're getting a yes card, a victory card energy, and you're getting the actual portal card. There are portal cards here. But Spirit is coming in and saying, you have to protect your energy if you're going to use it as a portal. Because if your headspace is not in the right place, you're going to manifest. If you're trying to manifest on that day or consider it a day of manifestation for you, if you wake up in the morning and you say, it's 9/9, what a great day to manifest, and then all of a sudden your mind spirals out of control, you've already set the intention that you're going to manifest. So you can manifest something negative. And what Spirit is saying, if you guard yourself and set clear intentions, okay, and keep those intentions sealed with light and love, that only the light will manifest. I'm seeing her with this treasure chest. There's gold and silver here, so that's her manifestation. She has a key lying on beside her, and she is in the outside of the city. So she's not in public. She's doing this privately. She is checking on her gold and her silver, her manifestation. I believe that this is a huge message that says, Spirit says, whatever you want to happen, set the intention, and also set the intention that it is protected, that it is guarded, and only that which is of the love and light will manifest. That's good advice. That's great advice. Incognito says 2 water nymphs actually when I was camping. Did you just see them like a glimpse or a shadow from your eye? Did you actually see something like glitter on top of the water? That is so, so adorable. I wish I could see water nymphs. Sometimes I think I can see like air sprites. I'll be driving along DoorDash and all of a sudden I'll like look out and there's this whirl of leaves going like this. And I'm looking around and there's no wind in the trees. And I'm just like, and I just drive past like, what was that? Was that a wind sprite? So you can definitely see them in a lot of kinds of different ways. Okay, so the days are able to be we are able to manifest on any day that we choose, especially when it's a day of multiple people setting an intention. Okay, Spirit, who can create a portal? Now, in my dream, I saw very clearly giving a message to a woman who is also very spiritually awake, just letting her know the energy in your house is easily charged. So be careful because you can make it into any area into a portal if you want to. So that was interesting. So I want to know more about creating personal portals. How do we do this? Or do they just happen? Do we have to create it? Do they just appear? Spirit, what can you tell us about personal portals in our home? Thank you. Okay, so this is very interesting. Let me get the full reading here. Okay, so the portal will be created with whatever is with you in the home. If you have angels, you will work with them to operate that portal and to create it. If you have nymphs and fairies, you operate with them. I'm even seeing pets. I'm seeing people joining together and doing prayer, like holding hands. The portals are created with other people or other beings. I'm getting a caution not to conjure a portal up by yourself. Okay? This is going to come in conjunction with, and there's a siren going by. Yeah, you need help. There's a siren going by, an ambulance. So yeah, don't try to just do a portal on your own because there's still, on either side of this, there's still negative energy. We've got 2 5s, 5 of cups. If you have any negative, sadness, depression, subconscious energy in your field, if you're not helped and guarded and protected, it can manifest that. And then if you have any mental anxiety, trauma, any mental, you're not settled, some mental chaos, you can manifest that. So Spirit is saying, always, always, always look for help. Always do it with the intention of your soul family, your soul tribe, and your guardian angels. This is family card. This is partnership card, high vibrational partnerships. So always, always, always do it with the intention of protecting yourself, only of the love and light. I only want the truth and what's for my best and highest good. And Spirit is saying the best way to do it is that you will possibly self-create a portal through your own practices of grounding and meditation. You will possibly open up what you need as you just focus on yourself. Grounding and meditation will more than likely open up everything you need. I'm seeing energetic streams of finances for those who need money. I'm hearing the words create space to receive, because in your little meditation practice, you are opening the doors of heaven. In your little in your little meditation practice, or your grounding practice, or your quiet time, you are opening yourself up to receive messages from your guardian angels and your guides, or your higher self. Just by you focusing on connecting to God in your own way is going to charge the energy in your home and open up to the light to bring in what you need. And if you are on good terms with the fairies and the gnomes and the elementals in your home, they will certainly help you. Tend to your plants, water your plants, set up your crystal grids, put out water in your home, or a fountain like this, or a candle. These attract natural high vibrational spirits. Close down electronics. Something that I really am cautious of, because I've learned a little bit of feng shui, is I don't allow any mirrors in my home. Except in my bathroom. And even then, I close the mirror. I don't allow any TV screens in my home. I put a blanket over my dark TV screens, because I believe negative entities used to travel on electricity and electronics. Like when I put my phone down, I put it down face down. I don't think it needs to be panicked over or worried about, but I will not let a dark screen appear in my house at any time. It's just a policy I have. I do not feel comfortable with any blackened screen, so I throw a towel over it. When I go to a hotel room, I throw a towel. Not only do I believe Big Brother can watch you through it, but I also believe, because I am a demon buster and I do deliverance, I also am a strong believer that the entities used to travel through electronics, through AI. So I always turn my mirrors around in my bedroom. I put them up against the wall. I just turn them around, or I put whenever I would have a TV in my bedroom at night, I would literally get up after I was done watching and I threw a blanket over my TV. So if you're having trouble sleeping and you feel like the energy of your home isn't pure or clean, you could definitely try that, or you could just sage the monitors, sage your mirrors. Whatever is reflecting in your mirror will be doubly manifested. Feng Shui from Chinese ancient literature and culture teach that whatever your mirror is reflecting will be manifested in your home. So my mirror faces my bathroom toilet. Heck no. And it's a closing door mirror. And if it wasn't, I'd probably put a blanket, and I just open it up against the wall so that it's got that wall. There's something very magical about the mirror. I think of that term in Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all? And the mirror would show the fairest person in the kingdom. It was a very magical mirror. I wish I could show you the back of my screen. I also put stickers over all the Apple symbol. The Apple electronic digital symbol is a mirror, and it's in the shape of a bitten apple. Okay? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all? A mirrored apple. Snow White ate the apple, was poisoned. The mirror was used to see everyone in the kingdom. So I feel that the apple symbol from the electronics, Apple, is a sign that AI is watching everything. AI knows who's the most beautiful in the land because they see us through that screen. I really hope I don't ruin my YouTube channel with this. Okay, we're just going to stop that concept. Okay, let me read your comments. Okay, yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. I do not allow mirrors in my house unless I determine. And I've been watching some paranormal activity too, and some of the ancient ways they used to do mirror scrying, and they would meditate into a mirror or stare into it and then see what they saw. So yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall, I will control who comes through my walls. Incognito is okay. Yes. Okay. I asked him, or yeah, I believe it's a him. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, Incognito, but I asked you how you saw these nymphs, and you reply, in and out of a dream state, camped by a babbling brook. Oh, that is sweet. Tried lesser banishing ritual a couple of times, but stopped because felt things were coming in from the other side that were bad. So yeah, you're saying you tried some banishing rituals and you just felt like doing the meditating seems to bring in positive energy better than that. Mirrors can let stuff in. I think about that too, especially mirror reflecting mirror. Him, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, the mirror reflecting mirror, and like how that could possibly create a portal, especially when you used to see those things when they mirror these doorways, and you think of Alice in the Looking Glass. You know, she went to another land. I could tell you story after story and story after about mirrors. So yeah, do what resonates with you. Definitely through your calming practices is automatically going to invite in the natural, good, beautiful energy that you are looking for. Whatever brings you peace, calm, love, joy, groundedness, connection, obviously your affirmations of saying only of the love and light, and then working with actual natural elemental type stuff with Mother Earth, kind of crystals, gemstones, water, air. And I do agree you can work with essential oil diffusers. Okay, I just needed to have cleansed my house and set an intention first. I do use diffusers. I love them. All right. Any questions, anyone, about portals? Any questions here? We're going to get one final message from Spirit. If you are interested in joining once again, I am doing that little emotional healing webinar. That's actually not the right graphic, but it's called Break the Barrier. But anyway, let me show you here. If you're interested in a personal reading, come to my website, violetflame.net. You can get a private reading here. Thank you for those who've booked with me. I appreciate it so much. I look forward to answering your questions. This membership here is $9 a month. You will get the webinar free. It's also $80 a year if you wish to do that. And you will receive a free Violet Flame meditation with Angelic Light Language Subliminal. And this is something that I am doing to help clear negative energy from our energy fields. But what it's doing is it's actually going to awaken DNA naturally with the spirit and then clear your DNA from stuck energy. And this is the actual webinar that I will be doing. And I will be doing that Violet Flame meditation there as well. So go ahead, comment on the replay. Give me as many comments as you can because I'm trying to activate my YouTube channel. And I will choose one of you. I'll message you in the comments and say, here's my email. Only do it if it's from my email, ruth.violetflame@gmail.com. Okay, you'll know it's me when I respond. I'll send you the link with a code. You can sign up for free and you will get the emails that give you the link to join for free. And that's one person out of all whoever comments. If you're the only one who comments, you get it. And I'm just going to intuitively pick who needs to have that. I'll probably let Spirit pick who needs to have that webinar. I'm going to be doing this for the next few videos, so please subscribe. You might be able to win a free access. If you are a member, you will get all my webinars free, so stay tuned to your email. Okay, Marie says, put an image of a stack of money or a loving couple to reflect in a mirror. Maybe that would do something positive. I am going to do that. I need to buy a little travel mirror because mine broke. Interesting. I need to buy, and so I'm going to get one of those on a stand, and then I'm going to put some money in there and see what happens. Shauna says, if you open a portal, do you need to close it later? How do you know you're not preventing entities from returning home by doing so? That's a great question. That's a great question. If we create a portal, even through just our meditation, do we need to seal the space? Do we need to shut it down? Do we need to just turn it over to the entities of light? I'm getting some cards falling out. Okay, I want 2 more cards. 1, 2. And the 2 that fell out are right here. Ooh, we have 2 of Cups. Okay, 2 of Cups is partnership. It definitely looks like a portal there, like in between. 2 portal. Okay, so there's partnership. So work with your partners. Set the intention that whoever is opening the portal with you of the light, that they also seal it. That I'm hearing the words, this is our portal. So claim it. But the energy that came up was also negative energy. 5 of Wands. So I'm going to leave that there. These are the other 2 I pulled. King of Swords and Justice. Okay, you are the legal operator of any portal you open or close, even if you do it just because you're a good person and the fairies love your energy and together you connect. Okay, you are still the operator, the boss, the controller, and you do it through your words. And I'm also seeing justice. That's legal right. So set your words to set the legal right. I only accept in my house the energies of love and light. And know that you are the boss of your reality. I was watching some paranormal videos. I'm watching Kindred Spirits. If you want to watch the other side of people who are grounded in their investigation, go watch Kindred Spirits. It's free on Roku. Kindred Spirits. They're grounded investigators. They do not provoke. They do not, and they always bring a peaceful resolution to every house they visit. Teaches you a lot about the other side. And one of the things that I noticed here was somebody was counseling them, and he was an expert in occult history and occult science. And he said, and they had opened up something that somebody else had opened in that home. And they're like, this is a little bit negative. This entity had actually been pushing people where the people didn't feel safe. And the woman asked, so are we in danger? He says, you do want to be careful, but remember, you are of this earth realm, and this is your domain. And that stuck with me. Legal right, justice, okay? And I think us spiritual people, we need to stop being afraid of everything that glitters or moves or footsteps in the house. We need to realize this is my domain. And one of these things these paranormal people do is they teach people just to talk. Say, hey, I don't like it when you touch me. Please don't touch me. I don't like it when you scare me. Please stop. And when the people learn to take over their house, they find out who they are. You know, they find this is a grumpy old man from the previous house owner. Don't do that to me. I don't like it when you do that to me. Stop. Or I'm just trying to be at peace. Let's live at peace here. And they have an honest conversation with the being on the other side. The activity in the house went way down. And they were able to live in peace. So Spirit is bringing in this concept of you are the boss of your reality. You have legal right and are very powerful. You can open and close portals just by being you in the presence of your inner light with the beings that are already around you. And to know that if anything even endeavors to come in, just set a boundary. And I'm going to end with this. Somebody once taught me, I was Honey C. Golden taught me these 3 words, and I use it in my deliverance ministry. Cancel, cancel, cancel. And I use these words anytime like a negative thought comes in. Anytime I would be suddenly a vision of something bad happening, like all of a sudden, like I'm just envisioning, I'm driving along the road and I vision like a car crash. I'm like, cancel, cancel, cancel. Or if I'm watching a movie and I feel that the movie has like some darkness in it, cancel, cancel, cancel. Or if I actually feel like, I haven't had this in a long time, but let's say you do have an entity coming in while you're praying or meditating. You're like, I just don't like that. Cancel, cancel, cancel the anything not of the light. And those words are very, for some reason, the darkness doesn't like those words. They recognize it as you are an authority and the most dominant person, the most dominant being of your realm. They can only come in on fear. They can only come in, negative entities can only come in if they're given permission. And so, yeah, don't be afraid of them. But also, I think the message here is saying, if you do feel it, use your words and take control, because you are the most powerful, dominant being in your realm. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it. Remember to comment on the replay of this video. And if you are interested in the Violet Flame meditation, go ahead to my website. Let me share that up on the screen here. On my website, you can book a reading, you can join the membership, and you can get that Violet Flame meditation for free in your email. I wish you all the best. Peace on earth. Love, light, and joy. You all are amazing and are so powerful, and I'm honored to be a part of this world with you. Together in light we rise. Have a good one, y'all.